Good morning, welcome to another morning Write With Me stream where we are continuing to write this web novel that I have been contracted for, which actually it just dropped last night. Actually, let me pull it up. Is there a way I can? Yeah. So this is the book, Grandmaster Golem Alchemist Extraordinaire, with a cover provided to me by the publisher. After a run-in with a disgruntled witch, Duridil escapes her curse and takes his choice of a second-tier reincarnation blessing. Only second tier. He's a construction worker, after all, not a hero. Duri chooses mastery of alchemy, then transmigrates into a clay golem's body. Alchemy, the magical and scientific art of potion making. The power to harm and to heal, to make things explode, and to, well, turn rocks into meat. Duri must use his new skill to beat riddle ogres, fairy crime bosses, and the stupidity of enthusiastic friends to get back at the witch who ruined his life, and to buy Mom the fancy house she deserves. Grandmaster Golem, Alchemist Extraordinaire, is created by Eldritch Blade and E-Global Creative Publishing, assigned author, which I'm going by that pen name because this may end up on Amazon Kindle, and it would be bad for the algorithm to have a very different book under my real name compared to the books that I usually publish. That's how you get really bad reviews by people who expected the same thing they've been reading and got something different. As I say in my own review on webnovel, you're kind of strongly encouraged to rate your own book as an author. That's not necessarily the case other platforms. When I leave reviews for my own books on Goodreads, for example, I don't leave any stars. I just say, hey, I'm the author, and I know how, the internet works, in that I can make a post on my own book and say, please read my book. On here, the web novels rating system is kind of broken. I could make literally 1,000 more 5-star reviews if I wanted to, and they wouldn't stop me. That might be the smart thing to do, frankly, to actually get a rating for my book, because it takes quite a lot of reviews before they start showing up. It's not like on Amazon where it will average all of the ones that have been actually left. But I'm not going to do that because that feels pretty shameless. This publisher, interestingly enough, they dropped 30 chapters all at once and are going to release the last 20 chapters day by day. I went with this publisher for the opportunity to monetize. Usually when you publish on webnovel.com, you're just publishing for free. But as you can see, I have the first 11 chapters are available for free. 12 onward are locked, which means that you would have to spend coins, which are a microtransaction currency, or use a fast pass, which you tend to get these for free as a member. You get like one for free per day, and you also usually get more opportunities for them. Like if somebody spends a lot of the microtransaction currency on a book, then everybody around the site gets a notification saying, please congratulate with this person for, spending money on a book. And it adds if you click onto it, it adds on the app only, not on the desktop version of the site, which is very strange. It adds that book to your library so that you can find it later, and it gives you a reward, which might be a few of the coins, or usually a fast pass, or a little bit of experience for your profile. So people who liked the story up to chapter 11 will ideally pay to unlock later chapters, and then I get royalties off that. At the moment, finishing up the last 10 chapters of the book, getting very close to the end. This is really exciting. And we're going to be writing that today. So let me look at my outline here. Gotta fill that in. the bit of my outline. Time is running out and the party hurries. They can't bring their whole cart through the exit, so Derry takes a small selection of supplies. Last chapter, which we did not write on stream, they went into the ruins and found the legendary bow and arrow of the Dragon Slayer. And I talked at the end of the previous stream that I was trying to figure out which plot twist, reversal of fortune, or moment of danger I would use to give some kind of intrigue to the chapter, and I just, in the end, had to go with them all realizing that none of them knew how to use the bow and arrow, and so they have the dragon slaying weapon, and none of them can use it. Right. So I don't know that I want to do that, what I had in the outline previously, which is the can only take a small selection of supplies. I ended up introducing into the outline that Derry lost a lot of his body mass during the last big climactic fight, and so he can't carry as many supplies anyway, so we don't really need to give him this limitation here. I need to come back later and adjust the timing of this. Derry was unconscious for an undetermined period of time, and he's on a timeline. He has to kill the dragon because of an outdated and misplaced sense of heroism standards on the part of the gods, who their resources were borrowed by a bureaucrat, essentially, to give Derry this body. And they said, well, these resources were supposed to be given to somebody who fits these criteria. And if he doesn't fit these criteria by the end of this arbitrary point, we're going to take them away. And that would be very bad for him. So because, giving lots of free healthcare to people did not fit their old standards of what heroism is, he's got to go kill a dragon, which is probably a suicidal and stupid mission. The idea I intended for him being unconscious for an indeterminate amount of time is that it would put more time pressure on him and force him to hurry at this point, but I need to go back later and look at my prior timeline and figure out exactly how much time should have passed there. So I'll just say, look back, figure out timeline. A few later. Gotta give some kind of like progression. Ever noticeably drier. Editor got me a message. Right. The air grew noticeably drier. So they're coming to the mountain where the dragon lives, so I'm trying to give an atmospheric sense of shifting environment. They began to... The trees thinned and the air grew noticeably drier. Shudan is the druid of the party in a D&D sort of sense. Sorry if you can hear my cat. He just tends to complain in the mornings after I feed him because he desires more food. I promise I'm not abusing him. No, that's not a good comma. I'm going to report that as incorrect. Beyond the tree line. she wouldn't claw the furniture cat. But he refuses to use his scratching post or his scratching board. How could you? And for this platform, good, well within the 70 words. Right. Just say, no need to have seeming. I tend to overuse seeming. S-E-E-M-I-N-G. It's a filtery word. I use it because I'm trying to imply that the whatever statement of fact is the impression or opinion of the viewpoint character, rather than trying to imply that the viewpoint character has like an omniscient view into the reality of the world. There are arguments to be made that, you know, an audience is smart enough to understand that I'm not trying to claim omniscience. In my experience, they're not always that insightful, because I get comments asking if we did a point of view swap because I'm trying to claim that a character is omniscient when they're not. There's going to be complaining no matter what. You'll never make every reader happy. Migas is a gnome. He's expressed distaste for the surface before. You know, he'd still rather be in the forest than out in the open where there aren't, like, even any trees as cover. He prefers living in a cavern underground. How can... The luxurious paper. To be fair, I could. Let me see. Already halfway through my word count for this. I need to be a little more judicious with my use of words. Need a name for a little volcanic town. D&D town generator. Huzzah. This site's not doing me any good. This one is better. FantasyNameGenerators.com has been serving me well for many years. Kilnwick. That sounds fiery. According to my outline, this is around the point that I should have ended, so I can keep going and have like all the time I need, basically. Let me copy and paste my villagers serve the dragon. Are they bedraggled? To say that they were butchering a bunch of animals like that sounds a little more brutal than I'm going for. It's more just that they're dressing them and preparing them for the dragon's meal. Not like they dragged them all out into a pen and are just slaughtering them all at once out in the open. What sound did the donkey make? Yaw. We'll just have them be us. A general store. see, I'm gonna have people preparing to kill them here, so by all like leaning out of windows in a sort of Old Westy ambush sort of way, so I need to establish previously that there are in fact a bunch of windows around them. Single facet of. All right, I think that's a good place. Looks like all my paragraphs are great. Oh, am I going to be within my word count? Yes, still just a bit more than 1,000. Convert to straight quotes. Check for ellipses, all good. Do an echoes report. The big question is how I am going to fill my last few chapters in between. I basically now have 3 blank chapters in my outline. Between this point and the party being ambushed by the dragon, I can do at least one chapter where they're climbing. One chapter, certainly, they're going to convince the people of the town to, let them go without murdering them. I kind of need some reason for the people to stay here rather than just leaving to go somewhere else. Another ground range that, that can just be reached high into the sky. Just dangerous about that. Downs, that said. Oh, just because these are repetition with each other, not with another stretch. Downtown, got dury. Yeah, we'll keep that. Excellent, I will be right back. Right, I'm back. Right, okay. So let me look back at that. The look back at time. I'll just say a few hours later. Really doesn't matter that much. The timeline is not the most important part at the moment. They need to kill the dragon more because the witch who cursed Dury knows that they're trying to kill the dragon, and she's definitely stirring up trouble. So they could have all the time in the world at this point, and the ticking clock wouldn't be the main complication. No, I really think be enjoying is the because a cultist called it down. Whoop. I find in Atticus the blue suggestions actually tend to be more important than the red suggestions. I mean, of course, the red suggestions are oftentimes just weird spelled names that it doesn't recognize as proper nouns. Trees thin in the air. A few hours later, the trees thin in the air grew noticeably drier. I mean, these are parallel, so there's no reason for that. Just cut that down a bit. Maybe I'll have to have a shower of golden ore from this guy. I'll just say from the stars to cut down on the... Don't yell at me, cat. How dare you? I fed you, sir. I have watered you. You need for nothing. Did not seem to enjoy. Is there a better? I don't think that he did not seem to enjoy the conversation is the right word. That's the wrong kind of continuous that I'm looking for. Its bank was crusted. But yellowish foam and mineral deposits crusted its bank. More active, better. So I have a lot of very dumb references and puns in the story because Tolkien's dragon is named Smaug. There's a dragon named Galabel Worm, not because worm means dragon, but because it kind of sounds like global warming if you squint enough. There's another dragon whose name kind of sounds like climate change. It's very dumb, and I'm sorry. Not sorry enough to change it. And the sweat covering them. Meow, meow. And the sweat covering them. Now down here, there's a couple passive constructions here. The towns, houses, and shops. Squeeze tightly together. Having been built seemingly without forethought of town expansion. That's kind of a complicated sentence for perhaps this audience. Seemingly built without forethought. Yeah, that's one where I'm going to keep the seemingly. So this is I could just say his skin was like a bowl of dried fruit. I like the tone of whose skin could have been confused. With a bowl of dried fruit. Just say a pile. Yeah. You wouldn't happen to know about me from a little old lady riding a broom, would you, Madame Maladia? Yeah, I think this is what we're gonna run with. Convert straight quotes. We didn't have any ellipses. Copy. Going to throw this up in Atticus. We'll see if it gives us any issue today. If it decides not to take up 4 gigabytes of RAM. We're going to throw this into the new window. For some reason, Atticus has this spaces that it introduces. I can't, seemingly. How do you shift tabs in Chrome? No, okay. No, that's an extension. Control Shift Tab. Let's try that. That does not do it. Understandable. Do I literally just have to put Reddit on all of my search results to get people who are actually, giving answers rather than just pulling up content mills? Control Shift A. I see. Yeah, that's helpful. No, not actually. There we go. Okay. Now I gotta remember what I was actually, what I just did. What was the thing that I'm just, seeming key. Yeah, you know, the thing that pro-writing itself was trying to tell me to fix. All right, there we go. Okay. It's not introducing anything new. So what do we want to name this chapter? What did she call the village? Kilnwick. Kilnwick and the Servants of the Worm. That's might as well, whatever. Okay, and make a copy. And send this to there. Paste that formatting. Of course, I just defeated the entire purpose by copying that. Kilnwick's in this room. And go to Atticus, control copy, and go to that, nope. Go to that, nope. Go to that, copy, paste with that formatting. See if the more sophisticated Google Docs spell checker shows me anything. Floated toward him and landed. Back to Atticus. Floated. Okay, is that just another thing that I missed in Pro Writing Aid? Floated. Yeah, why would it not have caught that? Oh well. Floated toward him. Since they had bought him back. No, that is actually proper. A mangy dogs. Is mangy an insensitive or offensive word to some people? Is that why it's suggesting that I say something other than mangy dogs? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's not, so I'm not going to change that. The lightest. No, lightest is fine there. All right. Yeah, I'm keeping that. Okay, back to the sandbox. New chapter, 42 of 50. Awesome, okay. Hello, Adreco Lore Seeker. Thank you for leaving the first comment on the, now these, in the 7 videos that I've streamed this. I hope you're having a good morning and you're also having some fun, productive writing or homework or something time. This is going to be chapter 42. This is going to be Dury and his friends convince the villagers of Kilnwick to not murder them. Now I've got to figure out with the bow and arrow. It feels like telling the townspeople that he has the bow and arrow, the dragon slaying one, is like the only reason that they could convince them to let them go and maybe help them in some way. But what's the mechanism of that going to be? Are we going to get another party member who uses the bow and arrow? Oh, that would be funny if we have their bravest, mightiest hero, who everybody calls the Dragon Slayer Reborn, take it up, and then he doesn't do a very good job at all. Yeah, let's go with that. That's a very, you know, obvious answer and solution, but, you know, if it works, it works. Oh, he can reveal that he's a golem to them. That's a good way to twist the situation. Certainly. Curse me wants to make me suffer for eternity. Anything she'll do and say. Another creaked back in her chair. She told us he'd try to escape with honeyed words. Said we should murder you before you could utter a single word. Slow and calm. The oldest elder sounds like a weird construction. It's a tiny bit redundant, I guess not really. Hey, awesome Draco. I've been trying to exercise a lot of self-control in not getting Elden Ring at the moment because I haven't beaten any other Souls game except for Dark Souls 1, which I'm currently doing a playthrough with my brother. He and I were kind of doing a race. He's playing a... What was he playing? He's playing a Battle Axe Pyromancer, and I'm just doing a weeb Uchikatana run. Havel's gloves, legs, helmet, naked chest, just thwacking everything. Just beat Ornstein and Smog last night. Was very proud of that. I think once I'm done with 1 and Bloodborne and Sekiro, I'll probably get Elden Ring. I'm not going to bother trying to beat 3 and 2 before that point. All very fun, though. A friend of mine was telling me that he likes Elden Ring even more than 1 and Bloodborne. Dark Souls 1, that is, which is a gigantic praise from him. So I'm looking forward to playing it eventually. Knows the oldest elder. Because when... Derry glanced around, keeping his motion slow and calm. Well, you haven't just murdered us before we could utter a single word. No, said the oldest elder. Because we're not monsters. But we do take warnings very seriously. Especially when they're as believable as a band of idiot heroes trying to kill a dragon. Kill our draconic overlord. We've just recovered a few years ago from the last fool who thought he could do it. Stream's water used to be clean and pure. Their so-called bad broke open some underground reservoir and poison the stream. Too many words, I'm sure. Let's see. 71. But we do take warning seriously. Used to be pure. Yeah, 68 words, that's great. Right. Soka battle broke up in some underground reservoir and poisoned the stream. As you said. The second elder interjected. She was clearly a witch. Not exactly someone to take at face value. But just because she wants us to something doesn't mean that's not the smart thing for us to do. Maybe, if nothing else, keeping a witch happy is our best chance at survival. Word counter, good. Hudson was making agitated noises, and Derry imagined his excitement at all. Here's the thing, said Jerry. She told the truth, but she doesn't know all the truth. The gods themselves have blessed me to do this. In fact, the fruity-faced why should we believe you? Cat, what are you doing? No, him smiling isn't really the right response, I don't think. Not. be his only. My cat picks his teeth with his hind claws. I've had other cats that I've grown up with, and I've never noticed them do that before. Maybe they just, had the courtesy and, self-respect to not do it in public. But he is a good and a fine cat, this Mr. McLeod. He did not know if this was the best course of action, but it might be. Chance at saving townsfolk attacked. Harry was confident he and his friends would survive. But the people who were just trying to survive another day under the tyranny of a dragon's tyranny might not be so lucky. No, they would not be so lucky. There, dropped the title for the second time in the story. It's not gleaming. Gray clay skin, intricate middle, hands and chest. People of Kilnwick. Including from the Not exactly, said Turi. My own grandfather fought in that war also. Was born human. The witch who came to you cursed me to die and be reborn again and again and again for daring to her to agreement. For daring to ask she pay some Ransakiel the god. Turned in this body to circum the curse. 60 words. He also gave me a quest to find yeah, I'll let that be as well. Right. If my which my companions and I, after slaying vicious vampire lord and freeing together we birthed the revolution. Who to the party? Hudson flexed his glorious abs, clearly intending to reflect at least one wand bolt back source, but quickly threw a to absorb protecting even the donkey from the lightest scratch. Quickly Dury gestured at his friends. These are the last survivors of a mighty barbarian tribe. Look, we're not just any stupid knight with a sword. Should who thinks he can kill a dragon because he's never lost a duel. We have powerful magic and the blessing of please. I get the feeling that even if you tried, after that embarrassing failure of trigger discipline, the way it did absolutely nothing to you, I highly doubt we could stop you if we wanted, and I think you know that. Which means your entire appeal to is for the sake of the lives people, not your own. Yes, you could say that. You're really not here to start. Oh, come on. You're really not here to start. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Really not here. We're really not here to stir up trouble. I don't know if that's the right line. Yes, you could say, we'll just leave it. Yes, you could say that. That's my word count. E23. Elders looked at one another. He could not make everything. Didn't matter. He decided to respect their privacy and not listen. at all. Not listening at all. Rocking chairs back into their initial positions. Whoops, what did I just do? Please tell me I didn't just exit out of... Oh well. Thankfully, Pro Writing Aid tends to save pretty often. Hopefully it saved, like, you know, all that progress. Yeah, there we go. The eldest among them nodded. For decades, we have tried to maintain our ancestral pride. Our forefathers came here seeking liberty from the vile, from the evils of taxation and public library. I need to add like another thing in here for rule 3 of taxation. Taxation. Food safety regulations and public libraries. Exchange for freedom from governmental meddling. All we had to do was catch, clean, and deliver dinners to our draconic lord every once in a while. "59 words. Cat. We seem to live in a bit of a decrepit wasteland. No sane individual would ever willingly suffer. Aw, cat. Yeah. A good lad you are. Okay, is there a way I can actually tie this in previously with them? With the stream, the minerals, etc., the underground reservoir. Well, that was the street when the costumes happened when outsiders tried to. Of course, but it still beats paying taxes. Having to do I think the time we've agreed the time has come to find a new protector. One who will neither demand a percentage of the fruits of our marketplace dealings, nor will accidentally poison our drinking water. Well, with deadly sulfur, we will leave for we will leave and seek a new land. So that you may kill the dragon with impunity. Without fearing it will harm us here. The time has come to fight. However, oh yeah. However, we could just cut that out. Alright, already over 1,000. Yeah, I'm just gonna cut that. It's not really doing much. I know I probably already, there we go, 60-ish, 59. Okay. Say bowed once more. I am glad to hear that you're good of your people first. A strong young man among our people, skilled with the bow and arrow. He has been hailed since stars aligned. His path to be reincarnation of the legendary Dragon Slayer. From times past. demand take him with you and allow him to strike final blow against. Perhaps the luckiest stroke. Heather smiled with pure pride in his... Where's my hat? Gave a sleep pride. Finicky! Isn't the body of a normal boy is. Seem to be concentrated. What are the muscles you use to pull a bow? Back and his... They're like... within the hour rest of Kilnwick was full of packing up and preparing to leave. 1300, that's fine, okay. But we do take warnings seriously. Straight quotes. That's good. Shoulda look at his friends. And all them say muscle mass. Viniki. The dictionary. Draconic, that's... And they all hopped. My own grandfather. Don't do anything. Okay, delete that. That was my summary. Check for ellipses. None of them. Lovely. Do an echo check. Right. Clearly a witch. Not the smart thing to do. Not the smartest option. Just cutting out close repeats is good for readability. Helps it not feel awkward when somebody reads it out loud. Less impactful when somebody just reads it through in their head. If nothing else, giving Witch Happy might be our best chance at survival. Tell the truth, but she told some truth, but she doesn't know. Whoops, all the truth. Survive. But live. The leader narrowed his eyes again and again and again. Yeah, that's fine. Intentional repetition. I was born human. Under the bundle. Unwrapped the... Jura wrapped. Unwrapped. No, just looked at each other. Avoid that close repetition. The time has come to find a new protected one who will neither demand a percentage of the fruits of our marketplace dealings, nor accidentally poison our drink water with deadly sulfur. We believe and seek a new land so that you may kill a dragon without fearing. Without harming us here. Without harming us here. Thank you, good elders. Thank you, wise elders. The wrinkly old man raised a strong young son among us. Amogus. 68 words. Strike the final blow. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good there. Going to convert to straight quotes again, just in case. And Atticus. Yeah, actually gonna open that here. Gonna cut out of this for the moment. Actually, yeah. Weird things can happen when you have multiple Atticus tabs open at once, unfortunately. Hopefully they stabilize in the future. Okay. Paste. What should we name this chapter? The Hero Reborn. That seems like it'll work. think that's all good there. Going to do that. We're gonna go over here and create a copy of chapter 41 in Google Docs. Open that. Send it to the streaming tab. Paste that formatting. Do we have any things that the spell check says we need to change? No, I apparently did a better job than usual here. Then that's chapter 42 done. Actually, I'm just gonna leave that up for the moment. So it looks like there's something on page because I need to refill my water and be right back. Right, refilled water with green tea drops. They're supposed to make it taste like Arizona. They do an okay job, I guess. Right, third chapter. Okay, let me fill that in real quick on my outline. Time's running out. Filled that in. Mark it on my outline. Villagers serve the dragon. That was 42, right? Hold on. Yeah, that was 42. Now, 43 to 44. So one of these should be the witch's perspective, right? So the last time we saw her was quite a while ago. That was chapter 37, where she was just saying that she was telling the wizard she would bring Dury back, the wizard who had made him, in exchange for a lifetime supply of moonshine. Because the wizard's just going to vivisect him anyway, and he'll end up dead. So, you know, win-win for her. So, chapter 43. So that should probably be chapter 44, is the witch's perspective. Where she, like, initiates the attack with the dragon. Because she really doesn't have much that she can do against Duri's party. Even back when it was just the three of them and they had no gnome with them. Because as a golem, Duri is immune to curses, and Hudson can reflect her magic back at her, as she found out in an earlier chapter when she turned herself into a weasel. Which is why, upon learning that they were going to try to kill the dragon, she warned him and was like, hey, we can, you know, team up and stuff. Not that I being a witch can really do much for you, but, yeah, you know, whatever. So this chapter is going to essentially just be them climbing up the mountain. Having a little bit of banter, maybe. Okay, climbing up mountain. So I need to pull up the previous chapter, which was, I'm gonna send that to the other window. Previous chapter where the witch climbs the mountain. The witch and the dragon. Let's see. Ooh. The witch popped back into reality. The treacherous slopes to its surface. Scorched remains. And I had a bit about a moat, right? Because that's going to be... But a nasty-looking ring of steamed water nearly as wide as a river. Melody had flown about it. Okay. And I gotta grab the name of the hero again. Viniki. Expecting? Yeah. You don't have a dash between adverbs and their verbs, but I never remember that. Snap on her is unevenly balanced. Upper. Can't believe I'm going on a real adventure. Except his voice is, like, actually comically deep. So that's not at all what he sounds like. My space bar is acting up. I had to wiggle the switch yesterday to get it to behave. One moment. I need to get more air. I'm gonna turn off the mic for just a moment so you don't get your ears pierced. All right. Let's see. We got some fun. I can't believe I'm going on a real actual adventure. Please, though, may I touch the legendary dragon slaying weapon again, Mr. Dory? No. No, he said firmly. You will see it from wherever she's hiding and come up with some way to get it away from you. Oh yeah. Which lady? She tried to get me to buy some magic beans. That makes it sound like he knows that. They sounded lovely. I really wish I had some money. and become immortal. What? Spacebar's not treating me well. I don't know if I need to replace... I just put the switches in. I just built the board not terribly long ago. I'll worry about it later. I can remove double spaces if I need to. It's more annoying to put in spaces. What? But adults never lie to children. Mom tells me that all the time. I have many things I wish to say on the matter, but out of the sacred. But out of my respect. How stupid and on the nose do I want to make this joke? But out of... for the sacred responsibility a parent has to make their children do whatever they feel like, I will refrain. Talk up to mind zone poor mother every passing day. Gap between his current life and his old one. Working hard to earn a little, give back to her for all the sacrifices she made throughout. This is far too long of construction. With every passing day, the gap between his current life and his old one. Months had passed since Melodia's curse ceased. Months during which Mama Dell had received neither visit nor gift from him. Did she think he was dead? Did she think he had abandoned her. Dury regretted not taking brief opportunity available in civilized town to at least send Mama a letter saying he was alive and working hard to return to her is it's a bit of to come back to her. Let's see. With all the constant chaos of his venturing and scheming and escaping, he had simply never taken the time. He was a poor excuse for a son. Dury swore after this, he thought the very, very first thing is get a letter to Ma. Even if I die, even as a carnated baby, I swear I'll some way to do it. Barely any. Maybe I'll have to bribe some angel. If that's even possible. I will make this right. And of course. Finicky. Here's where the corpses start. kept alive. Looked agitated. This is going to be an odd chapter. I really don't have very much interstitial here. So I gotta have 500 more words. Let's see here. Do we have the bow? We have the arrow. They were made for this. We must have faith that it'll be enough. And the weaker my power, becomes. I can certainly find beauty in different and I sense the lizards and birds, insects who make their lives in this place, but my power comes from the interconnectedness of roots and fungi. Of the fear and joy of hunting, prowling beasts and decaying flesh that feeds plants and green. The circle of life. The weaker I get, to live here, allow me to be, Taylor, to be a bit pretentious for a bit and write some eloquent lines that are maybe not exactly what, I mean, Shudon is pretty thoughtful, when she needs to be. Cat. Cat. Gotta stop scratching. Wait, you need to trim your claws again. Circle of life and all that. I mean... being all cremated. They're not really giving their life back to other... Not much for me to do with that. Well said, Dury. Might be weaker, but what does that mean for us? What can you do and what can't you do? I can still cast the spells. I can still cast all the same spells, they just won't be very effective. I think I can't banish all of the poison. I can't purify the... I can't purify the air. As gently as I did with the poison gas to count for example. That's too bad. My codex described dragon venom as an chemical ingredient and told me that breathe out a cloud of the stuff and then ignite it to breathe fire. I was hoping you could purify all the beef. Tried to spray. So that we could be safe. Now, I think my shield will be the best defense against that. Even that certainly can't guard us against your explosive potions anymore. If the dragon's fire is as intense as I'm assuming from his remains, still be very uncomfortable if he attacks my shield head on. Ugh, 83. Is there anything more recent that I can add to this at the moment? Yeah, we're not going to add the moat to this chapter, except at the very end. We're not going to add, descriptive environmental details, so I still need 170 words. You're dead. Seemingly contemptuous person who would all their attention on one muscle at the expense of others. My battle rage will be likewise weakened. Mister, but do not worry. My stalwart courage in the face of danger has not diminished one bit. took the opportunity to mix them each a healing potion. I only have enough. Mix healing potions. Himself, the donkey, and Gus. These things have a heal you over time. Remember. Might be best to drink them the moments before you think you'll get hurt, rather than in response to. Injury might give you toughness to survive. You might survive something you might bother. Come on, man. We've come all this way and you're to leave just before the fun happens. Daddy, you just said. If you're serious, Derry, and you think this potion might mean the difference between death for one of you, then it would be wasted on me. Through his arms wide. Got the body mass of a roast piglet. Got the body mass of a piglet. A dozen of those potions couldn't keep from becoming a roast Very noted. Very glad to make acquaintance. Good luck on rebuilding city. Sticking. Look, I found a river. Goodness, now it's 11:20. Which is, of course, the moat. Okay. Let me... Real time. How many mistakes did I make? Real, actual adventure. Okay, first thing, we'll do a convert to straight quotes. We'll do a look for ellipses, make sure they're the 3 dots instead of the ellipsis character, because that's what this site needs. The trail was interrupted. In this strange environment. Not much for me to do with that. Not much I can. Not much I can do with... I suppose. They just won't be very effective, I think. They told me they'd be my better age, maybe likewise weakened. Remember? Then it would be wasted. Your acquaintance, because I can never spell acquaintance. Acquaintance. Goodness. Acquaintance. Hiding amid their supplies. The very, very first thing I will make this right. Somehow managed to not have any double spaces after the end of that. Neither visit nor gift. When you're doing neither, you add a nor, not an or. Okay, I'll just change that to the very first thing I do. Will be getting a letter to Mama. Okay, now neither visit nor. From her son. 48 words, that's good. 64 words, that's good. 61, I need to break up. Yeah, it's... Yeah, it'll be fine. Echoes. said no. You can have it when we get closer. Just snatch it away from you. I can just delete that. Was it dead? Did she think he had abandoned her? Even as a reincarnated. Even if I'll just cut that. Even if I might as well cut that. The very first thing I'll do. The very first thing I'll do is get a. Yeah, that's colloquial. It's fine. Is get. Very first thing I'll do is get a letter to Mama. I can cut the unfortunately. The further we go from the forest, the weaker I get. I can find beauty in this strange environment. I sense the lizard and bugs who live here, but my power comes from interconnectedness of roots and fungi from the joy prowling beasts. And from the decaying flesh that feeds the plants, the circle of life and all that. Yeah, that's certainly better. It means they can't give their life back to the earth. It's just not the same. What can you do? And what can't you do? She waggled the staff. Her expression one of concentration. No, I think my regular warding shield. It might be best to drink them in moments before you get hit rather than response to an injury. Could give you enough toughness to survive something you might otherwise not. Oop, that should be closed, right? Come on, man. We've climbed all this way. And took the potion. Okay. Straight quotes. Real time. Smatch it. That's not a word. The visit, no gift from that song. All right, did I have Atticus up anywhere? Yeah, let's move this to here. To name this chapter, which is 43. A perilous ascent. Yeah, it's fine. And I don't see anything wrong with that, so we're going to copy that. We're going to go back here. We're going to make a copy. Going to open that. We're going to shift it over to this tab. Going to paste without formatting. Sent. 43. Atticus. That was a peril. We'll call it the. Might as well. Yeah. Oh, the perilous ascent. Now let's see what Google Docs add to dictionary. Beniki Weedled. just above it. I don't know why that should be different tense. But even that certainly can't protect against. I think that's it. Oops. Yeah, and I think we're going to end the stream there today. We've done 3 chapters this morning. That's fantastic. Getting very close to the end of this book. Thank you for joining in. Hope this has been a pleasant experience for you. If you'd like to seeing more of these morning streams that we're doing, please subscribe. Maybe at some point I'll be back to making more actual videos about